Hello my students, how are you? How do you do today? Today we will start with the grammar in use student book page 73 unit 7. We will talk about quantifiers. Before we start with the quantifiers, we will revise nouns. There are two types for nouns. The first one is countable nouns. The second one is uncountable nouns. In countable nouns, there are some points connected with it to distinguish the countable nouns. The first one, countable nouns are nouns that we can count using numbers. Look at these examples. There are 5 carrots. She has got 18 pencils. The second point is they have a singular and a plural form for countable nouns. Look at these examples. I have 1 story. I have 7 stories. The third point is we can use a or an before countable singular nouns. Look at these examples. A computer, an orange. Now, for uncountable nouns, there are some points connected with uncountable nouns to distinguish the uncountable nouns. The first one is uncountable nouns are nouns that we cannot count with numbers. Look at these examples. There is salt in the jug. There is juice in the bottle. The second point is they might be liquids, powders, or gases. Look at these examples. Water, sugar, oxygen, coffee, sand, and gas. The third point is uncountable nouns are used with a singular verb. They don't usually have a plural form. So we should use a singular verb with uncountable nouns. Look at this example. There is salt in the jug. Okay. Now let's see the quantifiers words that are connected with the quantifiers title. They are some, any, many, a few, much, a little, lots of, a lot of. Let's classify them to countable nouns or uncountable nouns or for both countable and uncountable nouns. Let's see. With countable nouns, we use many and a few. With uncountable nouns, we use much and a little. And with countable and uncountable nouns, for both also, we use some, lots of, a lot of, and any. We use any with questions and negative sentences. Okay? Let's start with countable nouns. With countable nouns in affirmative form, look at these examples. Number 1, there are many sport shops. We use many with plural form with the noun shops. Okay? Look at the second example. There are a few pretty dresses. A few, we use a few with countable nouns and the noun should be in plural form. Let's continue. Students have some interesting stories, some with countable nouns and stories in plural form also. 4, she has a lot of friends. A lot of with countable nouns and friends should be in plural form. We can use lots of instead of a lot of. They have the same meaning. Okay? So we can use she has lots of friends. Let's continue with countable nouns in negative form. Look at these examples. Number one, you can't take any of these books. Can't, negative form, any with this sentence, and box, plural form of the noun. Look at the next example. There aren't any seats here. Aren't, negative form, and any comes with negative form and seats in plural form of the noun. Okay, let's continue. With countable nouns also, in question form, there are two parts in questions. The first one with yes or no question. Look at these examples. Did you see any friends? Any comes with questions and friends in plural form of the noun. Number two, do you have any magazines? Okay, magazines, plural form of the noun, and any comes with question. Okay, let's continue with countable nouns also. And questions part, but we use how many in a specific way. How many with countable nouns. Okay, look at these examples. How many pencils do you have? How many with countable nouns, the noun also in plural form. Look at example number 2. How many books do you read a month? How many with a plural form of the noun books. Okay? Now we will start with uncountable noun in affirmative form. Look at these examples. There is much time to study English well. Time is uncountable noun, so we use much with uncountable noun, okay? Number 2, there is a little milk in the mug. Milk is a liquid, so it's uncountable noun. We use a little with liquids, uncountable nouns. 3, there is some cheese in the fridge. Some, we use some with countable and uncountable nouns, okay? 4, the workers were making a lot of noise this morning. I couldn't sleep. Noise, it's an uncountable noun, and we use a lot of with countable and uncountable nouns. We can use lots of because they have the same meaning, okay? We will continue with uncountable nouns in negative form. Look at these examples. There isn't any cream on the cake. Isn't negative form. Any comes with countable and uncountable nouns. Cream is uncountable noun. Okay, number 2, I don't have any coffee in my cup. Any comes with negative form of sentences and coffee is uncountable noun. Okay, let's continue with uncountable noun with questions form. The first part with yes or no question. Number 1, is there any bread in the house? Any with questions. Bread is uncountable noun, okay? Number 2, is there any tomato sauce in the fridge? Any with question form and tomato sauce where it's uncountable noun, okay? Let's continue with uncountable nouns also and questions form with a specific form to ask about uncountable nouns. We use how much when we ask about uncountable nouns. Look at number 1. How much traffic was there on the way to work? How much traffic? Traffic, it's uncountable noun. We use how much with uncountable nouns. Number 2. How much time do we have to finish the test? Time, it's uncountable noun, and we should use how much to ask about uncountable nouns. Let's continue. There is some notes, you should follow them, please, and do it to improve yourself. The first point, revise the booklet, pages 30 and 31. The second point, write the answers of question number 1 in the booklet, page 32. Good luck, my students, and I hope you use your time in an efficient way. Thank you.